terms of like megas, new megas and stuff. We're getting Mega Zygarde, so that's fun. But also, I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate or not, but apparently there are going to be Mega Wild Pokemon.
Really?
Which means that if they ever bring back a Pokemon with a Mega, then they can use the Mega without a trainer in Death Battle.
I've not heard anything about the leaks.
That's okay.
Also, I started the recording, by the way.
Oh, you started the recording?
I was
Cool.
just gonna start with Cap yapping about Pokemon.
It's gotten bad, man. It's gotten bad. Like,
alright, we're gonna...
First Pikachu Battle Royale, and then Hisui and Samurott versus Oda Nobunaga from Samurai Warriors, and now freaking Gigantamax Blastoise versus Gamera.
This close to Gunaraki versus Naruto. Alright, Loki, I'm gonna pause it real quick so that we have time to like talk and discuss before we actually like get into the episode.
I'm just gonna say, this episode is gonna make me very uncomfortable.
Oh no, it's hey, I gotta kill you, Mahito. I gotta kill you. That's what it says in the death battle. I gotta call you dead. You know how I gotta do that, Mahito? I gotta touch you, Mahito.
Why do you sound like Heath Ledger's Joker?
I gotta touch you, Mahito. So
I don't know how I got these hands.
Come here, let me touch you, Mahito. Decay. And then Mahito sounds like a dang circus clown. He's just like, oh, Shigaraki, ooh, I gotta come touch you. Ooh, I do transfiguration.
That sounds less like a clown and more like a German pedophile. Okay, now he's French. What the hell?
Wait, come here, Shigaraki. Alright, so unfortunately, we're gonna go with this reaction, but unfortunately King could not make it today, which is very sad. But honestly, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll do this for sure, but like, if King isn't available, like when we're all available, I think we should like rewatch the episode like for the first time with him.
I agree.
Yeah, and then maybe we could do like both reactions in like one video or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, King said he couldn't make it. We asked him if he would be okay with us reacting to this. He hasn't responded yet. So he's typing right now. Let's see what he says. He's gonna be like, guys, I have to announce I am leaving the Stick 'em Up group.
No!
Oh, no, King, come back. Hopefully I'm, like, actually recording the right thing. I probably am. It's fine.
He said he's good. He'll watch the episode later tonight.
I don't know if I'll be available later tonight, so I don't know if we can do that, but...
No.
Dang. Okay. And then I'll put a sad emoji because I miss him. I was not even typing this. What the freak just happened? Cap, I wish you could have seen, like, what just happened. Like, my thing glitched out. Like, Cap.
Yeah?
Okay, you're making sure you're...
I'm still here, don't worry.
I wish I could have gotten that on the recording. It's like, I was typing something, and then, like, it turns out it didn't, like, type. So,
yeah.
Like, it like, glitched out, and then I was like, oh, shoot, it didn't type, so I gotta retype it, and then I clicked on it, and then suddenly, like, it was like, my mouse was a paintbrush. I started waving my thing across the screen, and all the text I typed just started appearing, like,
oh god,
out, and then, like, my whole Discord just kind of glitched out, and now it's back to normal. I don't know what happened.
That's scary.
Bro, they're freaking idle transfigurating my Discord.
Mahito's invaded your computer.
Bro, it's like the freak. Oh, what the heck? All right, King said to pretend that he's dead. So, actually, yeah, all the thing we said about King not being able to make it. Yeah, King won't be able to make the next few stick 'em ups reactions or any for that matter because
he died.
Well, you know in the sneak peek where people are in the subway where like Shigaraki and Mahito are killing people. Yeah, he was there.
One of those people was King.
He was there.
Rip and rest.
That hand that like appeared like with like blood on it
was King's.
That was King. I can't do this not without King.
Luke, you may want to share your screen because I cannot see anything.
That's right! I gotta share my screen so we can watch King die together. The winner is King. Yes! Bro, alright, so before we actually, like, watch the episode, what are we excited about this for?
I'm excited to see that god tier looking animation and also to see a League of Legends player go outside.
Well, it looks like they're mostly inside. But I can't wait to see where, like, the fight goes. I really hope we have, like, a really creepy and messed up fight, dude.
Yeah, no, I really want the body horror aspect to, like, shine through with this episode.
Yeah, as long as...
Like, especially on Mahito's end, because it is kind of more like a footnote on Shigaraki's. But Mahito's kind of all about the whole creepy body contortion stuff.
But I loved both analyses from what we've seen.
Yeah, no, same. Like, the editing and the freaking... Oh my god, the writing.
Dude, like, Shigaraki... Like, the music in, like, Shigaraki's... Like, that one edit of him, like... Just, like, with the city decaying behind him is just, like... Ah!
Yeah. Like... I've always been, like... I've always said that, like, good music... Or, like, fitting music can really amplify an analysis. And, like, nowhere is that better shown than here.
No, facts. Like, Death Battle, you gotta stop making My Hero Academia actually look cool, bro. Like, stop. Stop!
Especially Shigaraki, because he plays League of Legends.
Facts, dude. Like, what is that
I can't believe I'm rooting for a League of Legends player.
I mean, low-key, last time I was rooting for Deku because, like, just Black Clover fans are just really annoying. And also, from what I heard, the show Black Clover is really weird, which... Like, I know My Hero Academia has some, like, weird stuff in it, but it's mostly the fandom that does weird stuff, like, not the actual show itself.
Yeah, no, the actual show itself is, like, really not weird at all. Like, there are some bits of weirdness, like, certain characters, everyone knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's just kind of very tame in comparison.
Yeah, it's, like, Black Clover, like, My Hero Academia... fans made the show freaky. Black Clover is just that freaky. And I don't like that freaky crap, bro.
Oh boy. I'm so excited to see freaking
Shigaraki versus Mahito.
I gotta think of a funny name for Mahito. I can't think of anything. I'm so excited to see the Titan that ate Aaron's mother versus Mahito.
Dude, like, I'm honestly just really excited to see this, dude. It's gonna
anyone who doesn't get that joke, follow me on Twitter, because I've been making that joke a lot.
It's just the faces that Shigaraki makes. I really hope we get a locking in face. And
no,
also,
I keep making this joke, but the thing is, like, the comparison actually friggin' makes sense. It's, like, scarily accurate.
Alright, Cap. Should we make a bet? If Mahito somehow wins this.
Yes.
Should we place a bet on that?
Sure.
Alright. What kind of freaking fantasy football kind of punishment should we do if Mahito wins?
If Mahito wins, I don't know. See, the problem is I can think of something for me. I'll just have to tweet something very cringe. You don't do that. You're not on Twitter anymore, you jerk.
Yeah, exactly.
You abandoned me.
I'll post a My Hero Academia edit on my story.
On your channel?
No, on my story. With all of my real-life friends that know me. I will do that. I will do that. And all, like my account's private, but I have, like, a good majority of, like, the people, like, that both go to my school and outside of my school that, like, follow me. And all of them will see the freaking, the Jujutsu Kaisen My Hero Academia edit I'll do that'll have some freaking text, like, I don't know. It's just, like, you never understood him, and it's just an image of Bakugo with his, like, parents or something. It's gonna be some crap. It's gonna be some crap like, shoot. How do they say it? It's just, like...
It's gonna be like a thirst trap.
He wasn't born a bully. He was forced to be.
You gotta... If Mahito wins, you gotta make a thirst trap for Bakugo. There you go. That's what you have to do.
Isn't he still, like, a teenager?
Not by the end of the series.
I think making a thirst trap for Mahito would be funnier.
That would be much funnier, yeah.
So, Shigaraki, please lock in.
Oh, he's locked in.
He's
if you win, Luke has got to make a trailer for the Pikachu Battle Royale. Just saying.
Sure, whatever, I'll do that.
Yay! Okay, no, seriously, you gotta lock in right now, Shigaraki.
Oh wait, never mind. If Mahito wins, I'll do that.
No, it's gotta be something punishing if Mahito wins.
Yeah, but making a...
Pikachu Battle Royale is the greatest of all time.
Much work! Alright, so, who's ready? Cap, are you ready?
I'm ready!
Lucari boy, are you ready? Are you ready, Lucari boy? Yeah! King, are you ready?
Hey, kids!
Yeah!
I can hear!
King, we can't hear you. You gotta speak up. I don't think he's responding. I think his mic might be
He's
down.
dead, remember? You insensitive jerk.
Oh, yeah. Who cares?
Alright, let's get into the episode.
He'll be back anyway.
Hey, myself.
He always comes back, bro.
I always come back.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna freaking, like, come back in the, like, spring body suit. He's gonna be like, hey, what I missed? And it's just like, nothing, King. You didn't miss anything. Just like last
He's
time.
William Afton.
Yeah, for real.
Can you imagine next time was, like, William Afton versus Boss Baby?
If William Afton is featured in the next episode at all, I will make the Pikachu Battle Royale trailer.
Please.
Okay. Alright, let's start. Woo! 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 Can you sing it here, Cap?
Versus Mahito.
I can hear it, yeah.
The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
Yes!
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their
Hopefully
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who
yes.
a death battle.
I'm so excited to hear this, hear it.
Very,
so excited to see it.
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
One thing I'm really excited for is, like, to see how Mora animates this. Because, like, I've seen a lot of his animations, and, like, usually when he animates, at least from the ones I've seen, they're very, like, they utilize, like very, like, cartoony characters, like Shovel Knight, or Cuphead, or Bowser, or Eggman, or, like, all that stuff. So it's actually going to be really cool to see him animate, like, actual people. Or, like, really, like, more humanoid people.
And, like, someone is messed up as, like, Shigaraki and Mahito.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see that freaking domain expansion, bro.
Domain expansion.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone.
Oh my god, was that Gerald?
And grooming him to
Hey,
one day lead
that's my
his
dad.
League of Villains in destroying hero
Hi, Dad.
society.
With that came a new name, Tobara Shigaraki.
Yeah, actually, I'm
and an
Shigaraki.
absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all
So
5
this is
fingers.
a genuine
Give me your
question.
phone.
The
This is a
perfect power for
genuine
someone who
question.
just wants to
If
destroy.
one of
Pretty
Shigaraki's
menacing,
fingers is
if
like
not for that
cut
dorky ass
off on like
costume.
both hands,
I
is
get
his
it,
quirk
hands
just
are his
useless
thing,
now?
but come on, they just look so damn fake.
Your aura is
those
crazy.
aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands.
That's not a bad
his family.
question, actually.
Does
I
he have regenerative
hope so.
abilities?
attached to his face. And
I mean,
explicitly
clearly his
left
powers don't
by his
work all the
mentor
time,
so
because
that
like
he
we
would
just see him
never
wear
forget
gloves, and the
his
gloves aren't
rage.
decaying. So
Okay.
While
I
his
mean, I'm
use
sure
of
he-
decay
I'm sure he
started
can
off
choose
relatively
what
weak,
decays and
it
what
rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Like, I'm sure he
Decay isn't
can
even
choose
I mean,
limited to whatever he's
I would
touching.
agree,
Anything
but like that
touches
was from when he was a
something, he's
child, and when he
decayed.
was a child, it
Also
kind of just
decays.
happened, if I remember
Spreading like an
correctly.
But like he
all-consuming
couldn't
miasma
control
that
it.
can
Then.
wipe
Like now
out
he's obviously
anything.
got more.
Yeah, well, now and
This
like
guy,
got
it's so
a
cool.
lot more.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to
Oh my God, Dr.
vital.
Duke got
After
buffed.
years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was
have to kill
finally
you,
put in
Dr.
charge of his
Duke.
own team with
Well,
one
let me
mission.
just pull out
He
my
must kill his
Shigaraki
master's
decay,
rival,
not
the
decayinator.
number one All Might.
Only to
And by
fall
that I mean
flat on his
completely
face.
Shigaraki was a
expected.
terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and
Shigaraki,
well,
completely
Oh, he's just so
unexpected,
cringe.
and by
He
completely
Like,
unexpected,
he
I mean
better
completely
keep
He whines like a
he
baby
better
when
keep
things don't
those
go his
long
way.
spindly
He's the
ass
kind of guy who
fingers
would say
away from my
normies
wife. I
in
swear to
real
God.
life, in
Yeah.
front of normies.
He does. I'm
Defeat
gonna
is the greatest teacher
kick his
of all.
ass.
Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as all
The time to hate Aaron's mother.
Midoriya was
Izuku
coming into
Midoriya.
his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All For One's
Dr.
personal
Gerald
quack,
Robotnik?
Dr. Ujiko,
I made that
who
joke
spent
already.
months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd
Yeah.
power.
Sharing
Mahito's
All Might's
coded
power
rough.
between them, Deku and Bakugo
Well, that's
were
a-
able to
realize
push
he
an
gets dashed
island-sized hole in a
They-
cloud
how they-
reached
that depends on
2,000
how
miles
they,
into the
freaking,
sky. We've calculated that before to be
like,
80 million
use,
megatons
like,
of TNT, almost as much
freaking,
as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Actually, no, because like
Shigaraki
even
can now
with,
move
even
fast
if
enough
you
that his
don't make
body
the argument that
produces hypersonic shockwaves and can
even if you
catch
make
laser
the argument
beams.
that
And he's tough enough to survive
Mahito or
Star
Shigaraki
and Stripes'
can't
intercontinental
see
ballistic
freaking
cruise punch. Now the new
Mahito with
Move
like because he
over,
can see
gigantic
vestiges and stuff like that.
Anyway,
He
they
could
also
just
made a blade
alter
so big
his
it
like
showed up against the
light
curvature of the
perception
earth.
to
Though
see
he
him.
might
So
seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became
Tetsuo!
Four hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an instant,
Ew,
whenever he
wow.
wants. He can
Oh,
even use
yeah,
it
no,
as
ew.
armor to defend himself in close combat.
But
Oh my
that's
God, he's
nothing
Alex
compared
Mercer.
To Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All For One. So what better way than the old man's quirk?
All For One's quirk, All For One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All For One has hundreds of them stored up,
Dude, I
collected
saw a
over the
prediction
years.
video
Each
that
quirk
said
is
this
connected
is
to a
obviously
memory
a
of its
stomp, and I
user's
know
essence
Death
in the
Battle's
form of a
gonna
spirit,
like
a
make
vestige.
Mahito
And
win
like a
because
piece of
that's
their
just what
soul.
Death Battle does,
They
and I
exist
just
in this
immediately
kind of
clicked off.
psychic world in
No,
Shigaraki's
like
body,
seriously,
taking
videos
away
like
down
that
spiritual defense
really
should
make
be
me mad.
invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks.
Vestiges,
like super
there
fast
they
healing,
are.
air
Mahito's
blast, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also
Oh, yeah,
had
All For One was
vestige,
friggin-
That means All For One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's grandmother.
Oh, that's a mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose: to create a soul so corrupted it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All for One to take full control.
But All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku.
Okay, I definitely feel like they're gonna draw a parallel between vestiges and souls.
Oh, no, most definitely.
His spirit decayed by years of venomous.
I mean, even if they don't, Mahito is still like physically
the new
there.
symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
Yeah.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
Aw, how
Low-key.
sweet.
Channel is sponsored by Robin
I'm
Hood
kind of
Gold.
tearing up at
With
that. That was
Robin
good.
Hood Gold, you can now enjoy the
I like
VIP
that.
treatment, receiving a
And now we're gonna
3%
hear about
IRA
Mahito
match
just
on
being the
retirement
worst
contributions.
thing.
The literal
privileges
worst
of
being in
privilege are
existence,
no
yeah.
longer exclusive. With Robin Hood Gold, your annual
I
IRA
don't like
contributions are boosted by 3%.
Plus, you also get 4% APY on
But
your
that was
cash in
really
non-retirement
good. That was a
accounts.
really good
That's
That was
over
really
8
good.
times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any network.
The new
Yeah,
gold standard is
Shigaraki's
here with
working.
Robin Hood Gold to receive your.
I feel like they're gonna have to do
annual
some
IRA
major
contributions.
bending
Sign up
over
at
backwards to
robinhood.com/gold.
Investing in
Um,
Robinhood
So literally,
rates
Mahito's
subject to
only
change.
win con
3% match
was
requires Robinhood
if,
Gold
like,
at $5 a month for
Shigaraki
1 year
couldn't
for first
affect
match
his
and must keep
soul,
funds in IRA for
but
5
they're-
years. Go to
they
Robinhood
Speaking of
on
huge
vestiges
emphasis
and
on
their-
times
vestiges. They
national
made a
average savings
huge
account
emphasis
interest
on
rate
how we
claims
can
based
just
on data from the
decay
FDIC
vestiges.
as of November 18,
So
Yeah.
Mahito
2024.
literally has zero
Robinhood
ways
Financial
to
LLC, member
gets
SIPC.
dogged in
Gold
stats,
membership is offered by
inferior
Robinhood Gold
abilities.
LLC.
His only way of surviving.
Ever
is
since
just
Cain
not-
slew his brother
The
Abel
Bible!
and wetted his fields with his blood,
Yes!
man's greatest fear has been his
Number
fear
one
of
Bible
man.
fan over here.
But what if this fear
number one
took
Bible-
on a life
number
of
one
its
Bible
own?
enthusiast.
What if all that
Oh, you like the
negative
Bible?
emotion
Just
humans
name
felt
every
for one
word
another
in the
spilled
Bible.
from their bodies and
Recite the Bible
forming
backwards.
Over
Ah,
time,
shoot.
a
Okay,
living
so,
being fueled
God is
by
definitely one of
malice,
them. I
which
think
believes
Jesus.
in nothing
Yes,
but the
yes.
law of the jungle.
Well, then you'd have the
Cain and
special
Abel.
grade curse with the patch
Yes.
face, Mahito.
And especially.
Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to
Okay.
ever.
Fan of J.R.R.
He's
Tolkien.
from
Oh, that's
their
nice.
world,
He's
though,
a fan
cursed
of
spirit.
I like Tolkien.
Innumerable
I like
spirits
Tolkien.
exist, weaker or stronger depending on the amount
Lives
of
in a society,
anxieties,
okay.
jealousies, hatreds,
No,
and fears.
I
humans
enjoyed
feel about
Like
Mahito's
the fear of locusts,
crazy more
kinda
than
weak.
Shigaraki's,
Or
and
the
I
fear of
love
smallpox,
Shigaraki's
getting
and
stronger.
now,
Yeah.
The
so I
fear
can't
of
wait to see,
fire.
like,
Oh,
I was just
goodbye,
really
Tokyo.
interested.
So it follows
like,
that
everything
mankind's
they said
fear
about
of
Mahito.
itself would be extremely powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible, making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
So, like,
Also makes cursed spirits
death,
virtually
you
immune
say?
to physical damage. They may be physically present
Life or
in
death?
space, but can
Would
only be
you
harmed by
happen
attacks that
to
embody
be
spirit matter like cursed
having a
energy.
life or death
Which makes
situation
curses
in a fight
insanely
to the
hard to
death?
get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need a
Pokemon!
jujutsu sorcerer to come in and kaizen the shit out of them. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito
Yeah,
is
'cause
special.
screw the rest of the
Most
world.
curses are basically dumb
Yeah.
animals.
It's always
But Mahito
Japan.
has
First
so much
Godzilla
cursed
and now
energy
this.
That it gave him sentience.
So he was
feel
recruited by
bad for
Kenjaku
Japan.
This
alongside
editing
other
is
special grade
top
disaster
tier.
curses
For
to
real.
wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening
They-
than
they keep
intelligence
switching
and
between
bloodlust.
saying Mahito and Mahito.
possessed
And Mahito.
philosophy.
Perhaps
So-
Like they're talking
by
about the drink.
tragic
Like, whenever they say
meaninglessness of
Mahito,
interhuman
like, I keep
conflict,
thinking about
Mahito
fajitas.
is an existential nihilist,
My
believing in
fajita.
nothing but his own will to
Shigaraki
power.
versus
It's a
fajita.
dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
which also makes him kind of a goofball.
Ew,
If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps in.
I can hear you
Loves
just
to
fine,
dig around and
Yuji
toy with
Itadori.
your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy
Oh, gosh.
considering his curse technique, idle transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a
Ew,
touch.
I was gonna
His
make a,
own.
I was gonna
In
say
fact,
something.
He's so good at manipulating his own
Um,
soul that you can't even kill the bastard without
forgot.
directly targeting
Damn.
him.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he wants.
He's literally like a
He
Looney
can turn
Tune.
his limbs into blades or clubs.
He's, you know what?
Like a
You know what he
bird,
actually
bends
reminds
like a
me of? He
fish,
reminds me of like an
reform his
amoeba.
body around injuries,
He's like one
or
big
even
human-sized
create
amoeba.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by
That's
their own ability.
fair.
Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration
he's
isn't
kinda like if
directly fatal,
Mario
the human
was like,
body won't last more than a few
psychopath.
moments in a transfigured state.
All that with one touch. God, I thought it
Yeah,
was
no, that's
bad.
accurate.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can
I'm gonna be saying that a
gleefully
lot.
experiment on. The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity. Essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idle transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a
he
quick
doesn't
study
even have
who's picked up a
experience.
number of different curse techniques.
Yeah, no, that's
like
the thing.
Black
Shigaraki
Flash.
fought
By applying
like.
cursed
That's
energy
another
within
thing that I
one
don't, that's something I
microsecond
think
of
they
an
didn't
impact
bring
of
up.
an enemy,
Shigaraki,
space itself will
like,
distort,
absorbed like
exponentially
100
amplifying
years
its
worth
force
of
by a
knowledge.
factor of 2.5.
Not only does this
No,
hurt like
he
a
has
mother,
nothing.
it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
Who had more,
And
Mahito
only-
or Homelander?
nearly
Like,
1,000 times
The only thing he has is freaking is like not being able to be friggin' seen, and even then, like,
Ooh, they're talking about
Oh,
domain
shit.
expansion.
More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if
oh
you're
yeah,
inside,
that's kind of like a
Mahito can
one-hit
use
kill,
idle
like regardless of
instantly
of
without
anything.
even needing to touch
So
it.
if
It's called
that
the
lands on
self-embodiment
Shigaraki,
of
unless he can break
perfection.
out of it, I
The
think,
ultimate
then he's
expression
just kind of
Mahito's
done. He's
absolute
screwed.
control over his victim's body.
That will never
and
happen, he's too
soul.
fast.
The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him.
The king of curses, Sukuna.
The scare! Oh, it's
Mahito's
Sukuna.
ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass, forcing
Oh, yeah, I
Backface
get it.
to
I
fight
like
with a
to
handicap
talk about the
whenever
freaking
facing
beatdown.
his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief in the value of
Show
human
us
life
the
flew
freaking
directly
Mahito
in the
getting
face
jumped,
of the
bro.
world that
Show us that
Mahito
one
knew to be
weird
cruel
face he
and
made, and then
meaningless.
show him hit.
So he
show us him
made it his
getting
mission to
jumped. That's all I
crush
want.
Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his friends, defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor
editing.
capable of reducing
Big
the city of
meteor.
Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as
Yeah.
much as he
Impressive.
can give, especially when in the
Shigaraki's
throes of
still like a
struggle
billion
against
times
Yuji,
stronger.
He evolved,
Yeah.
unlocking a vastly more powerful form. The
Okay, we
instant
made the Tetsuo joke earlier, but that was
Complete
literally
with
just
armored
Tetsuo.
exoskeleton and arm blades. This was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into. A true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch. And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
Smiling
All
friend.
that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter
Frown and
hypocrisy in
frown.
the end.
For
Or
maybe,
what
but
nothing
Mahito
to that.
found a convert in his archenemy after a battle.
Oh
that
my
wiped
god,
out
that actually
thousands
made
of
me very
innocent
happy.
people. Yuji's
Life
youthful
is good.
spirit was gone. The only
We got
thing left
smiling
that
friends in
mattered
a
was
death battle, that's
exercising
great.
this curse.
In a way,
Yes!
that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees. Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I do.
That's your ticket to being a Death Battle champion. As a champion, you get all sorts of exclusive
I am a
Death Battle
champion.
content,
Me too.
like extra videos, live chats, and sending us your own matchup ideas. And the support helps us make even more.
Next battle
Death Battles.
banter.
So
Pikachu
thank you
Battle
for
Royale.
being a
That's what I'm
champion.
repping.
You're welcome.
All
right, who
the
are we
combatants
betting on?
are set, and we've run the day
Shigaraki.
with all possibilities.
It's
Who
time
could they
for
possibly
our
be
death
saying who's gonna win this?
I will legitimately be very surprised if Mahito does win.
I don't think he is. I'm sorry.
I don't think he is, but I will be surprised.
Me too. So, you want to just watch the fight?
Yeah, let's just watch the fight. We've
I'm so
been
excited.
we've been stalling for long enough.
Alright, come on. Cook Moro. Cook Moro.
Oh god.
Ew.
There's King's hand.
There's King.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us.
Get him,
We
King.
could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me.
Why does Mahito look
Do I
so
wanna be
freaking
king of the
zesty?
Social rejects.
I mean, he kind of is.
How about I bring him your head instead?
Fair enough.
During
Fine
fight.
by me. Let's call this your audition.
Oh, that's tough.
That's
Yeah,
a,
this is so cool.
the big boys.
This track though.
It's called Skin Deep. That's like a great name.
I know.
That oh my god, dude, Moro.
Yeah,
You
Moro.
spoiled friends.
Did you actually just say that? God, how lame!
What?
Give me a kitty.
Kiss me, boy.
Train! Oh, no.
I like train. Get
I
him.
thought we were gonna get Thomas the Tank Engine.
This is so cool.
Audition over.
Ew.
I get the part.
Oh, Aura. Aura the episode again.
For real.
Freaking like Omni-Man reference.
Invincible? Invincible reference?
What a rush!
Get him.
Oh,
This is so cool. This is so cool.
this is really cool.
All you got. Domain expansion.
My heart's legitimately pounding. This is not good. I have a heart monitor right now.
Is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem.
Come on, Shiggy. Come on, Shiggy.
Come on, Jiggy, you got this. This is gonna be an excellent takeout. Like Sans?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
I knew it.
Hands off my masterpiece.
He decayed his way out
He
of
decayed his
friggin'
way out of the freaking domain
Your
expansion.
soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way. It's totally random. I hate them for a reason.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You grow up.
Yo!
Great.
Say, Wiz, like a bitch.
With the complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Search quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He was faster too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki, stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However, Mahito is a curse, and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Oh yeah! Absolutely nothing because he immediately got his hands back.
Sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Although, okay, hold on. Just quickly go back for a second.
How far?
Like to the comparison board.
That couldn't naturally decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel.
Okay, so here they say vestiges protect from idle transfiguration, though this would... Oh, okay, so I thought they were talking about his domain expansion, because that's like a one-time use, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, his domain expansion is just... his domain expansion is just idle transfiguration, right?
Oh, okay.
I think it's just like, he has to touch you, like, in the real world to make it happen, but, in idle transfiguration, he doesn't have to. It can just happen.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end.
That was cool.
I wish King could have been here.
Nothing else to say.
No, I agree. Too bad he had to die.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Alright, what we been the next time?
I'm gonna go with my gut and say Luce versus Anne, even though that's a... But I hope it's something, like, unique. I kind of hope it's something a little more lighthearted, because we just got Kratos versus Ashura, Ghost Rider versus Mon, and Mahito versus Shigaraki. Give us something a little more, not quite something goofy like Among Us versus Fall Guys, but give us some more, like, I don't know.
I hope we get Grovyle versus Lucina.
I mean, that's possible, I guess.
It is possible.
Alright, you want to see what it is?
Let's go.
Alright.
I'm on Grovyle. If it's Grovyle versus Lucina, I'm buying Grovyle plushie. Okay, it's not Grovyle versus Lucina. It's Doomslayer. It's Chief Slayer.
Oh, we're already here.
Subscribe and join as a
I figured they would have waited a longer, because like literally, like if this is going, if like we're going by like the whole 4-week thing, then this episode's probably gonna be in April.
Well, yeah.
Which is weird because Doom: The Dark Ages comes out in May. Like I feel like they should have waited a little bit longer for this.
Well, I mean,
not like it really matters
it's
because
not
we
gonna
know
matter either way.
we have like a basic idea of what happens in Doom: The Dark Ages thanks to Doom Eternal's 4. But I don't know.
I just kind of wanted to see like a new matchup idea, you know, because we haven't gotten a surprise matchup since Among Us versus Fall Guys, and that was completely hinted at in like every single way. Like we figured that out before. And then Joker.
Unless you're like one of the people who completely avoided spoilers for Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
And then Joker versus Jorno was a surprise as well, but that was very obvious. So I kind of wanted to get like a surprise, and Ghost Rider versus Spawn was announced before.
Yeah, I mean, everyone already. I feel like everyone already knows my thoughts on the matchup. I think like it's fine. The episode's gonna be good.
It's just
this is the Kratos Asura versus situation where I think their like fighting styles don't mesh well together because like let's be real, they do in this case.
It's gonna be a freaking.
It's gonna be a great episode.
It's gonna be a heck of an animation.
It's gonna suck to see Chief kind of just get dog washed. Like nothing he has can actually just affect Doomslayer.
Yeah.
Like his best weapons don't even scratch his suit, like Doomslayer's suit, and it is kind of like, and like again, stomps can be fun, but I don't know.
It's just like the thing is, we just got back from a really major stomp, and I guess Ghost Rider versus Spawn was really close, I guess, but I'd argue this is a bigger stomp than Shigaraki versus Mahito.
No, it is. It's literally like building mountain level character versus straight up I can affect your cosmology and like eat it up like a pack of Tic Tacs.
And then Master Chief is at the very best with like very major assumptions going on. I think at the most he has like some planet level stuff. But
that's cool and all, but Doomslayer literally beat the guy who created his entire multiverse, and one of my favorite bits of Doom knowledge. Doomslayer can casually warp reality just to give himself a new outfit. I'm not making that up.
I believe you.
He's such a Chad that he literally is just like, you know what? I feel like changing my outfit. I'm gonna change the fabric of space-time to give myself a new fit.
This could have been Mewtwo versus Shadow, bro. We could have had.
It could have, and I am still sad that it's not, but
yeah.
It's not. Whatever. It's at least Doomslayer's gonna get a good episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew it was coming anyway, so...
We knew it was coming.
I just thought it was going to be a surprise episode.
Yeah. I feel like the only way they could actually make this fair is if they, like, composite Master Chief. Like, maybe, like, give him, like, Fortnite scaling or something, but at the end of the day...
They're not doing that, Cap. I'm sorry.
They're not doing...
Doomslayer's in Fortnite anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
But I was... Hey, Doomslayer's in Fortnite as well, so even if you give Chiefs Fortnite scaling, you gotta give Slayer Fortnite scaling, and then, well, Slayer's still gonna be stronger, but not by as much.
And also, like, I don't really get the Fortnite scaling thing when it's the guns that do the work.
Yeah, it is the guns that do the work.
Like... Yeah, sure.
Maybe you can use the...
Captain America can beat Goku in that game, but it's the freaking the shotgun that killed Goku. And also, they never actually die in Fortnite. They just despawn.
Maybe you can do the freaking you can do the thing. Oh god, you can do the Bardock Omni-Man logic where like they survive the recoil of the guns, therefore they scale to them.
The recoil.
Yeah, no, it's like you fire a gun, there's a bit of recoil. The Doomslayer, like the guys.
What did Omni-Man versus Bardock have to do with that?
The Sundisk ship.
Cap. That's not the argument they were making. They were saying that in that point in time they had
like,
no weapons that could hurt a Viltrumite, and a weapon that was formed by them could destroy that entire Sundisk. And so they were saying that they said they had no weapon that could hurt a Viltrumite, and one of their weapons could do that. So that was their argument.
Someone made a joke where it's just like, oh, Shigaraki's homophobic because he avoided getting a kiss from Mahito. So then someone said, Shigaraki is a League of Legends player. He's afraid of human love in general.
That's when Shigaraki decided to kill Mahito.
He's just like, no.
Well, actually, Shigaraki was in the right because he never actually consented to a kiss. So Mahito was actually
That's true. Mahito tried
sexual assault.
Mahito tried to put the moves on him, and he tried to sexually harass him, and then he was like, nah, mate.
I mean,
get stuck.
For the first time, out of all of us joking, the fight almost ended in a kiss.
It did.
Wait, do you think if this is a can Mahito idol transfigure you if he gives you a kiss?
Probably. I feel like anything to do with contact would idle transfiguration someone. So Mahito, all Mahito had to do to Yuji was like, give me a kiss, boy, and then Yuji would have been done for.
Give me a kiss. I mean, technically, Mahito's only a few months old.
That's a good point. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe doing a thirst trap of Mahito wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
Because he's like a few months old.
I think thirst traps in general are bad. You want to rewatch that fight?
Yeah.
Where are you?
And the support helps us make even more death battle. All right, the
so
combatants
cool,
are set, and we've run the data through
Agreed.
all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Very sad that I didn't show any clips from Fortnite, because both characters are in Fortnite. I like how Shigaraki formed like the if you look closely, you actually could like the hand on his face thing that he used to have. But it was just made of his flesh instead of one of the hands of his family members. Oh, for real.
King of the social rejects? How about I bring him your head instead? Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sickum.
Sickum. For real. That animation of the Nobu just like running around, that was awesome.
Game over. Did you actually just see that? God, how lame!
I hope so.
Audition over. Did I get the part?
A lot of the line reads in this episode are just like, I feel like they were just like, they were either completely No, for real.
How does this have more?
Because Kratos vs. Asura is kind of mid. Like I know, like a lot of people like were kind of like when that episode first released, they were kind of like, "Oh wow, this episode's really good." And like I was probably one of like the few people who's like, "It's not good, actually."
Yeah.
That all you got?
It's nice to be liberated.
Domain expansion.
I hope Moro continues to.
Oh no, absolutely.
Like Devil Artemis
if
and
he,
Moro,
like-
like they need to be mainstays. And I guess Devil
I
Artemis.
can read your soul. You're just a
Oh, yeah, no.
scared little
I just
boy
think-
who's
But,
studying mean.
Oh, sorry.
Wants to make it
I think just Devil Artemis just keeps getting handed the wrong
grow
stuff.
up.
Because he can cook. He can cook. We know that from Obi-Wan versus
could-
Kakashi and Canon versus Dracula. Like,
Yeah, no.
can cook. Dude,
He-
but they
he
keep
cooked,
getting in.
He cooked with Bardock versus Omni-Man, in my opinion.
Yo, he did. I really like that episode. Like, people just.
Yeah, no, still. But like Kratos vs. Asura, I feel like he was dealt such a bad hand when it came to that episode, because like
Because you were
I've already said that episode,
random.
the way they fight kind of doesn't lead to an interesting fight dynamic, in my opinion. So with what he did, I feel like he did the best he could have for an episode like that.
Okay, wait. Doesn't this look like Miles running away from Miguel?
Oh, from the Spider Society.
You
Like,
only
doesn't it
hate
look-
humanity because you were born that way.
Bye.
Totally random. I
Bye.
hate them for a
He's just a goofy little boy. And then he sprouts like extra. I gotta say, like, we better get like super duper cartooniness when we get to like Tom and Wily.
I cannot wait to see people's
What did
reactions.
I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
Oh no, absolutely.
Complex power sets.
That is so cool. That was so cool, dude.
But
I did it, Mahito. I did it, Mahito.
I
I
honestly-
killed you. I killed you by touching you, Mahito. I killed you by touching Mahito. I touched you. Decay.
like
decay.
I know I've talked about like, oh, if anyone does like Henry versus the Second Coming as an animation, then I'd want it to be Luis. But like realistically speaking, if Moro does it as well,
Honestly, I think
that is
Moro,
also-
I think Moro's a much better fit for that. Like, I think
honestly,
Luis's...
yeah, he does kind of. I feel like Henry versus the Second Coming does kind of fit more with Moro's style.
Honestly, I think Luis can do just about, like... I think he can really fit just about anything, because he did Samurai Jack versus Afro. That was really cool, and then he had...
Yeah, that's
he
part
did
of the reason why I
Samurai
wanted him to do Henry versus the Second Coming, because like the close quarters combat in Jack versus Afro was really good, and animator versus animation is kind of known for its really well choreographed fight scenes.
And, like, but, like, the thing is, like, there was so much stuff being thrown out here, and there was so much spectacle in this fight. I think, Henry versus Second Coming. And also, like, Bowser versus Eggman as well, just, like, makes that obvious. Like, dude, like, his...
I honestly,
this is a
definitely,
really
this
good
episode is probably. I'm so freaking conflicted because like I still love Ghost Rider versus Spawn, and when it comes to hype moments, I feel like that one kind of just edges out for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like just in general, I feel like this episode is better than Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
Yeah, I'd honestly, like, as of right now, obviously, I'll have to come back later, but I think I like
Yeah.
this more than Ghost Rider versus Spawn. If I had to rank them right now with my bias, like, opinions, I'd say bottom of the list is definitely Kratos versus Asura.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know between Joker versus Giorno and Omni-Man versus Bardock, because I genuinely love both, and I can't tell, like, which flaws means more to me, and, like, which strengths mean more to me. So I say, like, interchangeable Joker versus Giorno,
yeah.
Omni-Man versus Bardock, 6 and 5. And then number 4, it's like, I can't tell because I know number 1 is obviously Bowser versus Eggman. Like,
Yeah, no, like
that's, I don't think, the only episode I can really see topping that is Wile E versus Tom, for me.
It's got a major uphill battle. I honestly think it can do it though.
I think.
Well, okay, there are 3 matchups. I think there are 3 episodes.
I think it can do it because Bowser vs. Eggman is obviously a matchup I love, but Wily vs. Tom is more personal for me. So I think that's probably going to edge out eventually, but it's not going to be an easy thing to do.
I think when it comes to you, if I do think that just by default, freaking Tom versus Wily is just going to be your favorite episode.
Oh, I think definitely by default because
it's the same with me with Henry versus the Second Coming. Like no matter what, that episode is going to be my favorite if that ever happens.
But like I'm glad this episode like came out to just show that like people always say like I don't want stomps, but then like they just cook like this. I think having debatable episodes is good, but we got Ghost Rider versus Spawn, we got Bowser versus Eggman, we got Joker versus Giorno. We have debatable episodes, and there's more to come. We have, well, no, we don't know of any really close episodes that are coming up. I mean, Ash versus Yugi, I guess, has talk behind it, but
well, actually, like Ash versus Yugi, like that's one of like the 3 matchups. Like the 3 matchups I think that could top Bowser versus Eggman are Tom versus Wily, Ash versus Yugi, and of course Kyle versus Simone. Ash versus Yugi. The thing with Ash versus Yugi is surprisingly the stats are close. It's just the hack.
yeah.
Like Yugi, a lot of hacks and a lot of stuff that Ash does not resist.
No,
like,
I think Yugi's got Ash versus Yugi in the bag. I'm not gonna lie. Like as much as I
personally,
hate to say
I think it is a lot because like stuff like soul manipulation. Could like you can make an argument for Ash kind of resisting that because he's got aura, and also like there was one point where Professor Oak literally had his soul removed by Dust Noir.
Did you just say that? Did you just say that Ash can't have his soul removed because he has aura?
Not like the Pokemon aura, like what Lucario uses.
Ash has that?
Yeah, no, he has that. He has it in like the Lucario and the Mystery of Mew.
So
his aura is on.
Origin's animating that episode, isn't he?
Pardon?
Isn't Origin animating that episode?
I think he was working on his own thing. I don't know if he's actually animating the full episode,
no,
but I would not.
Remember, someone said no. It was DJ that said they would cook.
Oh yeah.
Low key, I'm starting to think like, with how quickly Shigaraki versus Mahito was after Bowser versus Eggman, like. Do you think there's a shot of Moro animating Ash vs. Yugi? Or do you think there's an animator for that?
Because like, if Ash vs. Yugi is still going to be the 200th episode, then it should be coming around.
They said that they never confirmed it was the 200th episode. They just like
but like a lot of people like there was like that like. But like, if it is, because like I know people like kind of saw it as like the 200th episode when it was announced on the Kickstarter. So if it is the 200th episode, which I mean I can see it happening, but I also can see it not happening, then it should be coming around like October, which is a couple months away. Which I think Moro animating it would make sense then.
I mean, 100th episode was also in October, I think, and that was.
That is true. Mario vs. Sonic 2 released around my birthday. I remember that.
Yeah.
So. But like if it's not the 200th episode, which I can see it not being the 200th episode, then I still can see it like being like a couple months away, like maybe like September or November.
I think it really fits as the 200th episode, though. Like I don't really know what could. Else like what else could
Kyle vs. Simone could also be the 200th episode. Like that one is pretty big as well, but I feel like they'll save it for something like a lot bigger.
I think 200th episode.
Logically speaking, probably like Ruby versus Mako would be the 200th episode.
I could see it being either of those because I think it needs to be something that's both a celebration of Death Battle and a celebration of versus debating in general.
Yeah, but like anyway, as I was saying, like Ash can resist some of Yugi's stuff, like mind manipulation and soul manipulation. He can resist that stuff because of aura and its weird properties in Pokemon. Battlefield removal he can also resist because like Naganadel, and if you want to give him Solgaleo, then both those Pokemon can like open Ultra Wormholes and just teleport him back to the battle.
Yeah.
So if Yugi decides to send him to like the dark, like the Shadow Realm. I almost said Doom Dimension, but that's from Bakugan. Then Solgaleo could be like, nah, run it back. and bring him back.
What's the... Whoa, Jimmy, you're getting sent to the Shadow Realm. Oh, it's just down the street. Next to
but like when it comes to like Yugi's other hacks, which he's got a lot more, I think that Ash doesn't really have a counter to that, so Ash's only reliable win con is kind of just outspeeding, and when it comes to finite speeds, Ash is actually a little bit faster.
I'm not saying that Ash is Mahito cooked. I'm saying Ash is probably more Among Us cooked. I feel like
he's more like...
Or probably, I think, honestly,
like
I'd say a better one is Asura cooked, because people always treated that as, like, a stomp for, like, Kratos, but, like, there were genuine arguments that, like, Death Battle said, like, okay, Asura could have taken this, but just, like, Kratos edged out. So I think it's gonna be, like... Ash is gonna have some solid arguments, but I think Yugi's ultimately gonna take it.
Yeah, as much as it pains me to say it, I do think Yugi's gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with it because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! They're notoriously OP, especially when compared to Pokemon. But at the same time, Ash is my childhood man.
Yeah, I really want him.
The episode does happen. Like the only thing I want from the episode. I don't really want any of his Pokemon to die. Like, they can faint, that's fine with me, but I don't want them to die. Especially Pikachu.
If Yang was in this episode, do you think her arm would get cut off?
Probably.
This match was a puzzle.
Shigaraki takes stats,
but survivability was a little trickier to figure.
Looks like 24 minutes.
That's 2 24-minute episodes like back to back.
Yeah, no, that's actually insane.
And
okay, so I got my rankings for the 7 episodes that we got. So at the bottom of the list is Kratos versus Asura. Number 6 is probably Joker versus Giorno. I probably would have put it above Omni-Man versus Bardock, which is number 5, if Giorno was a little bit better written, because he is very antagonistic, which, like, on one hand, I don't really care because I don't really like Giorno, but on the other hand, I do want the characters to be treated properly, which is why that episode's kind of a little lower. Number 4 is Among Us versus Fall Guys.
Really?
Because that one's just funny. 3 is Ghost Rider versus Spawn. 2 is Shigaraki versus Mahito, and then 1 is Bowser versus Eggman.
I'd say I agree with that, but I'd swap Among Us versus Fall Guys and Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
Yeah, I can see it. The thing is, with Ghost Rider versus Spawn, like, that episode had so many freaking hype moments for me. It just, and like, I still love Among Us versus Fall Guys, but like, I revisit Ghost Rider versus Spawn way more than I do with Among Us.
Yeah, it's not like, I think I revisited Ghost Rider versus Spawn a bit more, but I just think that Among Us versus Fall Guys has more like drawing it towards me. Like, Ghost Rider versus Spawn is cool, but at the end of the day, it's a comic herald fight.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen all the stuff before. Like, this stuff...
But at the end of the day, it also is the first Marvel Herald fight, I think. No, Hulk versus Broly. It's the second... Or actually, it's the first correct Marvel Herald fight where the Herald lost.
First correct?
Yeah, because Hulk versus Broly is wrong.
Yeah, I think,
just, like... I'm going to straight up say it.
I don't think that many death battles are wrong, per se. I think Hulk versus Broly is wrong.
I think it's up to... A lot of death battles are up to interpretation.
Honestly, I think
Hulk versus Broly is...
I prefer Broly winning. I think, honestly, I'd root for him against Hulk now that I, like, know more about both characters, but I think it's wrong.
I agree. Speaking of Hulk, though, Godzilla versus Hulk.
That's the one I'm excited to see because I legit have no idea who they're gonna like side with. Like, I think I have a gut feeling that Hulk is probably gonna take that. Given
Hulk,
like Death Battle.
Like a lot of people on the Death Battle wiki, because like it's the same thing. It's the same thing they had with Ghost Rider versus Spawn, where like they have a Marvel Herald, so they assume that the Marvel Herald kind of outstats and outhaxes.
Yeah.
The thing is, Hulk versus Godzilla is another like Ghost Rider Spawn situation where Hulk very blatantly is above Godzilla in terms of power. But Godzilla just has way more hacks, is just as fast with both characters being around immeasurable, and also literally exists on like an alternate plane of existence and can like alter like the very nature of Gamma to the point where Hulk probably can't even do anything. Like Hulk does have some hacks and like some good resistances, but I think generally speaking, Godzilla out-haxes Hulk.
Godzilla being fast is a funny concept to me.
No, exactly.
But honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I really
want to get like, if you want to get like really into it, and you want to count freaking like omnipresence as speed, even though it really isn't, then Godzilla is faster because he kind of just exists everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Yeah.
But then again, you could also make the argument that Hulk can scale to like Galactus, who's basically the same. So it is very close. It's a lot closer than people are saying.
I'm rooting for Godzilla, but like, if I'm being honest, I kind of hope the fight stays a little. I thought the fight stays mostly grounded. Like
the problem is if you want to
get both like cosmic entities, but like the reason I want to see it so bad is like the freaking. Like, from the Hulk I know, the Hulk I grew up watching, the Hulk that, like, wow, he's so strong, he could, like, wreck a city in, like, a good amount of time. And then Godzilla's like, oh my gosh, he's destroying the city. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I want to see that, at least for a little bit, before they go all cosmic and crazy.
Oh, no, absolutely. And then... friggin... Man, what other matchups we got coming up? We got a lot of good ones.
I think the only one that, like, I'm super duper excited for are, Wily versus Tom and Ash versus Yugi, and Gru versus Megamind, and Hulk versus Godzilla. Actually, yeah, I'm excited for most of them. I really couldn't care less about,
Kyle versus Simone.
Kyle versus Simone, like, as a concept. I'm just excited for it because it's a big matchup in the community. And Ruby versus Maka, like, I don't really care about either series, but again, it's a huge thing for Death Battle and a huge tribute to Monty so I'm excited for that as well. So I'm excited for all episodes, but like there's some that I'm just kind of like, yeah.
I'm very excited. I am excited because like I watched Gurren Lagann, and while like the latter half of the series, like I vastly prefer like the first part where like it's like a more Monster of the Week kind of series as composed to like the philosophical cosmic debates BS that like the later series gets into. But at the same time, I love Gurren Lagann. It's a great anime. So and
please tell me that Gurren Lagann as a series isn't like the philosophical thing that like people say it is, and is instead just like a Monster of the Week thing that just goes way too far every single time.
Okay, well, that's the thing. Like the first part of the first half of the series, when Simone is still like young,
yeah,
it is very Monster of the Week-ish, and it's very funny and it's enjoyable and stuff. And then when you get to like once they beat the main villain of like the first arc, then they get into like the more like it does get a little more philosophical, but at the end of the day, it just ends with two universe-sized robots punching each other, and that's all it really needs to be.
Yeah, facts.
So like I completely like kind of zoned out with like the philosophical BS. I was kind of just like, when do we get to the giant robots? And then when we did, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Anti-Spiral literally took two galaxies, smushed them together, and used it to friggin' attack Gurren Lagann. That shit is my jam. Excuse my language, but...
So,
And that's all Kyle versus Simo needs to be. Just two guys who are really strong punching each other to death. That's all it needs to be.
Who do you think is
maybe throw in some like creative constructs and stuff?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what like they do with it. I hope they do more than they did with Ben versus
Hal.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like wondering like who do you think's gonna animate Master Chief
I never
versus
feel like that episode's gonna be Sprite episode. I feel like Sprites is just kind of the easiest thing to do with that.
I could see it being Sprites. I guess like now that Moro's in the picture and that he can apparently like work very quickly, I'm now like considering like
I am concerned for that man's health. Like, good lord, he works fast.
I mean, the thing is, he made all of those like alternate scenarios in a day, so I don't know if he's just a workaholic or if he can just do this stuff really quickly.
I mean, to be fair, like I can see
puppet rigs. So I don't really think he doesn't have to draw like every single individual like frame like Luis does.
Yeah, which definitely makes it like a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Because he's got like actual puppets to manipulate. Like, they still look so good.
The only thing is, it's one guy doing this.
It is. But the fact that he can make like a bunch of alternate scenarios in a day, like seriously, we need to check up on that man because like, good lord, he needs to take a bit of a summer vacation at least a little bit.
I think he's. Every time I look at Shigaraki, he just looks like sick, and not like the sick as in like, oh, he's so cool. He just looks like he's.
He looks like he's dying. Yeah.
He looks like he's ill. Like especially in like, let me see if I can find it. What shot? Where is it? This shot.
Asthma that can wipe out anything from an enormous.
Like he just looks.
Yeah, no, he literally looks like he's ill. Like what? He literally. He looks like me the day I passed out in the doctor's office.
No, he just looks like. Give bro some water. I don't know. Give him some. Give him.
That's why his lips are so cracked that he doesn't drink. Bro's like constantly dealing with like migraines and stuff.
He just like. He looks like he's
get bro some
out of the hospital. He's walking out of his hospital room to go get a freaking like orange soda. But he's like.
No, Shigaraki, like get a bottle of water.
I get he has a pump cover on, but he just looks like he has zero muscle mass at all. Like if he like took off that coat, it just seems like he would have like skin tight, like bone structure. I don't know. Like you could see his freaking rib cage.
Oh my god! There's no way.
What?
No, someone. People are going through like the first arc, the opening of the fight. And someone pointed out that there's a reference to freaking Edwin from that weird Mimic song.
Wait, what?
Oh, you haven't been on Twitter for the past while. Hold on. No, like you gotta listen to this in your spare time because it is like insane.
The Mimic song?
Yeah, hold on. It's a very brain rot song, and it became a meme on Twitter. And there's one bit where like it's hold on. All right, here we go.
So I saw this post. It's like the Peter Parker like meme where he's like doing like the glasses thing, like where he's taking them off and putting back on. You know that meme format?
Oh yeah, no, I know that one.
It's like he showed us it's like the corner box of saying that like vestiges are souls that like Shigaraki can touch, and then like when he puts on his glasses, it just says Mahito is screwed.
But yeah, no. So I just posted it in the chat. So this song, it became a meme. Like one moment became a meme where it's Edwin from the FNAF books. And like it's like this one image of a guy in like a trench coat and like a fedora, and that's in the episode.
Ooh. Turns out there's like, I'm gonna look. I'll look at it later, but like apparently there's like more like thumbnails that are like being released for Mahito versus Shigaraki. What do you think of?
Oh yeah, no, you got this one, which is the when you nut, but she keeps sucking one.
That.
I'm sorry.
That on my channel.
that one posted. I made a joke about that on the freaking on Twitter, and it got a lot of likes, and now I hate myself.
It's okay. The other Loki, I'm not honestly that big of a fan of the thumbnail. I think Shigaraki looks great, but I just can't make out what Mahito like even is.
Well, that's the thing, because
he looks like he's in pain, and like he doesn't look like the sadistic guy he is. He just.
I also feel like everyone kind of used that render when it came, like those two renders specifically when it came to those thumbnails. Like I did.
Like it just doesn't look like Shigaraki is like maniacally laughing. It looks like he's actively dying.
Well, it looks like Shigaraki is laughing to death, and then Mahito is. Well, as I said, he's laughing. I'm not repeating.
It looks like Shigaraki, not Shigaraki. It looks like Mahito's doing the Tom and Jerry lag. Ah! Mahito when he stubs his toe. I'll have you know, Cap, that your mic cut out and it did not catch any of that.
Aww.
Bro, did we get Discord and Bill in the same freaking ballot match?
Oh my god, someone posted a freaking reference to like the Mahito running. They did a comparison to Transformers 1. I love it. I love this. This episode is great.
So not the original. I mean, I guess it is a little more similar to Transformers 1.
That movie was peak. We gotta get a sequel, man. I hope we get a sequel.
So if we got a sequel, would it be called Transformers 2?
I don't know. A lot of people are making that joke, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did call it that, but I doubt it.
I think I like the idea of it being a trilogy, and like the second one is called One Shall Rise, and the last one is called One Shall Fall.
One Shall Fall. Yes, that's perfect.
But I don't think we're getting a trilogy, let alone a sequel. Sigh.
Bro, Hasbro sucks, and now they're like, oh yeah, you want to make Transformers movies? We're not gonna fund them anymore. Maybe if you promoted the movies, people would go and watch them.
So anyways, I got my coin and my poster finally.
I got my coin as well. I was stupid. I got the poster. And I'm actually very glad I'm stupid because I'm lazy. I'm very glad I'm lazy because I kind of put the tube by my door and thought the coin would come later. And then like I saw that other people got their coin, and I'm like, well, I didn't get my coin yet. So someone said, oh, try check the tube the poster came in. So I checked and like I literally opened the tube and like just shook it, and then the coin came out. I was like, I have had this for like 4 days, and I did not know it.
Nice. No, because like I was literally wondering like, wait, I have the poster, but what about the coin? I realized I got the coin too, and then I was like emptying out the tube, and then it just appeared in my hand, and it just said, it was just like, oh, okay. So, what would happen if Shigaraki and Mahito were fighting, and Bowser and Eggman showed up? And they were
for starters, Bowser would use his awesome transmutation magic to turn Mahito into a banana, and then he'd step on the banana, and then
Bowser's transformation, like, could he realistically survive like decay and idle transfiguration?
Maybe, I'm not sure actually. I do know that like, well, okay, maybe not idle transfiguration.
He can counteract the metal virus, so
he can counteract the metal virus, yeah. So he could probably like transmute himself back to the normal with decay. The problem is with idle transfiguration, it's like affects your soul. Now, granted, the soul in JJK is like basically the same as the body, so yeah. Yeah. But like so in that case, I do think that he'd probably be able to survive. But if he doesn't, Then
You want to know what I really wish? I really wish, like, this shot. One second.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because
I really wish this shot of Mahito was a more, like... One sec. I really wish it was, like, where is it? It's more like a scared... I really wish it was like this kind of face.
oh yeah, that's great.
When I realized I'm cooked. Like.
Oh yeah, did I don't know if I don't know if I showed you this. So I posted. So I was talking with one of the members in the Death Battle Discord. We were talking about like matchups for Blastoise because I recently rewatched the Pokemon Battle Royale and it was really good. So I found this GIF and it makes me laugh. He's just like, I have to go now. My people need me.
Up and away situation.
But what really gets me is how fast he is. Like he gets up and he goes from 0 to 60 in like 2.3 seconds, and it's hilarious.
Can I open this in like a separate? Open it, bro.
Are you gonna show it to everyone?
Up and away! Finally, some action!
Oh man, if only he
Blastoise
knew.
proceeds to get cooked by Omni-Man.
Nah, man, Blastoise would demolish Omni-Man.
I mean, low-key, he probably, depending on how you scale Pokemon, maybe.
If you want to scale, like, Pokemon to Arceus, then yeah, you can. Then you can.
That's so weird about Pokemon, because, like, can you fight Arceus?
You can, actually. Well, okay, it's weird, because Arceus is kind of like it's like a dark side situation where he's got like his true form, and then he's got like a bunch of other he's got a bunch of like other versions of him, which are all still him, but they're just like pieces of him, so they're not as strong as like the full power of Arceus. But like generally speaking, true form Arceus is like generally considered to be outer-versal. Yeah. Meanwhile, like just like regular Arceus or I'm just gonna call it Little Arceus. Little Arceus is like around like the low complex multi area. So if you want to scale Pokemon to Arceus, then yeah, technically every Pokemon, with the exception of like starters and stuff, like first form starters and stuff like that, are like low complex multiversal.
He looks like a frog.
He does kind of actually. He looks like one of the Frog Girl's family members from My Hero Academia. What's her name again? I forgot.
No idea. No, low-key, he does kind of look like what's her name? Froppy.
He does. That was Blastoise.
That is just straight
Ribbit.
Froppy.
Ribbit.
So that one scene of like Froppy getting decayed, was that like a dream sequence or something?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, because like I was thinking like
basically Deku saw that and he was like, no, I can't let that happen. I gotta stop it. So he stopped it.
Every story.
That was the first time he didn't blow up. That was the first time he didn't blow up his hands when he used his power.
Oh really? So wait, was it a dream sequence or was it like a pre?
Well, it was basically kind of like a. It was like a life flashing before your eyes kind of thing, where he's like, he saw that Shigaraki was gonna touch her. That sounds wrong. So
what?
just like saw that gonna get decayed. So he's just like, I gotta do something to stop this. So I'm gonna jump in and punch him in the face. Shigaraki. And he did, but he punched Nomu, and it was like the first time his hands didn't explode when he used his superpowers.
Hey, Cap. Hey, Mahito.
Yes?
Mahito, I'm ready to kill you now. Come here, boy. I gotta touch you.
You were
I gotta touch you.
born that way.
Come here, boy. I gotta touch you.
Totally
Come here, boy.
random.
I'm ready to touch you, boy.
feeling rough.
Come here, boy. I'll get you. Yeah, come here, boy.
You grow up.
I'm gonna touch you.
The amount of touching in this episode makes me very uncomfortable.
Touching the episode.
That's basically it. Like if you can give a summary to like any episode, this episode's going to be touching the episode. Kratos vs. Asura is Feats Man versus the Lore Man. Ghost Rider versus Spawn is Ghost Rider versus Spawn is basically just heaven versus hell, if you think about it. Or hell versus heaven, respectively. Like, I know Spawn is from hell and all that, but then he becomes an angel.
And then Master Chief versus Doomslayer is just a stomp.
Master Chief versus Doomslayer is just Master Chief's funeral. That's what it is.
Master Chief's funeral.
And I know a lot of people like are making that joke, but
actually,
but
no.
still.
I'd say Ghost Rider versus Spawn is more like Feats versus Hacks.
Yeah, no, that makes sense as well. Hacksman versus Featsman.
I would say that Vader versus Obito was that, but like they were put on even like fields for some reason. So like, okay.
Yeah.
Like Stats versus Hacks is Ghost Rider versus Spawn's deal. Shigaraki basically is just Tetsuo, isn't he?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's time for... Man, I'm tired. I still got chores to do today.
Someone said All for One versus Sukuna is more possible now. Yeah, it is, but at the same time, like, All for One versus the Annihilator, like, come on, people.
Facts. Wait, is All for One versus Sukuna an actual matchup?
Yes, but quite frankly, Sukuna versus the Scare is much better. And I'm not just saying that because the Scare has pretty much nothing when you really think about it. Okay, well, he's got Vlad, but...
I mean, like I said, I prefer Vlad versus Green Goblin now.
Yeah.
Which Loki is like a stomp, kind of, but like...
It's a stomp, but also not depending on what you buy.
No, it's a stomp, like, in Vlad's flavor.
In Vlad's flavor.
I really, like... That's why I'm like, that's what's like really tripping me up, because like I don't really want them to mention glitch in time stuff, but that's like new stuff for like Danny, and they're definitely gonna mention it. But like I really just want them to stick to just like the cartoon, even though Vlad's kind of a creep sometimes.
Vlad is like he's like, what's his face? I can't think of anything.
Dracula?
Dracula?
When you think about it, Dracula is a freaky, like, specimen, bro.
Well, Vlad was based on vampires.
Yeah. Vampires in general are just freaky.
Yeah, like the new Nosferatu.
Yeah, I know. It's Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Like, you look at all the teenage vampire shows, Twilight in general, just all vampire stuff is just freaky. And not in, like, the freaky, like, scary kind of way. Freaky as in just, like, the heck? Like, put it away, bro.
Stuff like Twilight, Vampire Diaries, what else?
It's mainly why I don't really like vampires, because it's just like, it's just weird. Like, I don't really get, like, the old, just like the biting thing makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to watch that. I'd rather watch someone get decayed.
The only biting thing the only things that should bite are animals.
Wario.
Wario!
What's Dracula gonna do when Wario just unhinges his jaw?
Just puts his Dracula in his mouth, just starts biting, just like
freaking Dry Bowser like appearing behind Eggman and the screen going black before we just hear Eggman's just violent screams as he tear it apart limb from limb.
Oh god. Honestly, the death they went with was much better.
That was King's idea, not mine. The only one that by is Freddy Bear. Freddy Bear. Okay, you want to know what match I've like really been like hyper fixated on recently?
What's the match you've been hyper fixated on recently?
Plankton versus Mr. Mind. You know Mr. Mind?
You know what? Yeah, no, that kind of vibes.
Like, I used to think it was just kind of like, okay, yeah, it's the obvious connection to make, but the more I look into it, the more, like, crazy and, like, fun I think it could be. And, Cap, I want to ask you, who do you think wins?
I don't know Mr. Mind that much, so I'm gonna say Plankton.
Honestly, like, after looking into it, I think Mr. Mind actually has it in, like, the bag. Because
really?
Apparently, he has, like, this butterfly form that apparently was, like, the cause of, like, New 52 getting resetted or whatever.
What?
Yeah. And apparently in that form, he could eat events in time, so even, like, Plankton's time travel stuff wouldn't, like, keep him safe.
Oh!
So, yeah. But, like, the more I look into it, just the more fun it seems. Like, I'm just imagining, like, Plankton mind-controlling Bikini Bottom and having, like... having, like, Monster Society of Evil, and just having, like, a Bikini Bottom versus, like, DC villain war. And I really hope, like, Karen gets involved as well. I hope, like, Karen would be, like, part of his arsenal. I think it should.
It's hello, she's a she, thank you very much.
Did I accidentally say it? I meant...
Yeah.
My fault. And, like, the thing is, they released, like, this Plankton movie recently. And have you seen it?
I haven't, but I've been listening to Karen's villain song, like, on nonstop. It's really good.
Yeah, spoilers, I guess, even though it's in the thing. But she, like, collects, like, all, like, buildings in Bikini Bottom, becomes, like, this giant mecha that, like, tries to invade the Earth. And I think that'd be really cool to see, especially, like, in any death battle in general.
I agree.
But yeah, that's the match I've been thinking about recently. Like, I really want to see that. Also, I just want to see, like, SpongeBob get a run back. That, like, with an actual...
Well, there's always Patrick versus Majin Buu.
I want to see, like, a SpongeBob matchup that, like, is actually, like, a debate. So, like, Scrooge versus Krabs, Patrick versus, like, Ed or Goofy.
Patrick versus Boo. That's, like, one.
But, like, I think the one I want to see most is Plankton versus Mr. Mind, because I think Plankton is easily the most interesting one you could have for a death battle analysis.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about a lot of matchups, like mostly just Pokemon because of my Pokemon phase, but, like, also, like, freaking, oh god, like, freaking, I'm just, like, looking. I've been thinking about, like a lot of freaking yeah. It's just mostly just been me thinking about, like, Pokemon matchups because, like, I like Pokemon. I really think they deserve episodes where they win.
Yeah.
Because I'm biased. And, like, I think, like, my personal favorite one I've come up with besides the Pikachu Battle Royale, which I don't think should count because, like, it's a Pokemon Battle Royale. It's Pokemon wins no matter what. The one I really like Hisuian Samurott versus Oda Nobunaga from Samurai Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Most it's like literally all the connections they have are evil samurais with cursed blade or with with blades with, like, magic evil blades and stuff. And that's all it really needs to be, because like Hisui and Samurott is basically just Oda Nobunaga. Like they're both like they both like look down upon you. They're both like relentless. It's just it vibes so much.
It does, yeah.
And seeing a historical like a fictionalized version of a historical Japanese warlord fighting a cartoon sea otter is just hilarious.
The main thing that like on top of that, like the thing about Mr. Mime versus Plankton that I find funny is, like, we were talking about like stomps and that, like,
yeah,
it's a cartoon character versus a DC Herald, which according to the verses versus is like the two unstoppable like forces in verses that like so like I really want to see like one that's like an actual debate.
I honestly think I like it's actually there's like I honestly think that we need more like Toon Force losses in Death Battle.
No, I think like that's what I'm saying. That's why I think like even though I honestly definitely root for Plankton, like I'd honestly like I think him losing that would be important because it would show that like Toon Force characters aren't invincible. They can't.
It's the same reason why I kind of want, like, despite me liking Kyle more, I kind of want Simone to win because like DC Heralds are crazy, and like whenever a DC Herald kind of shows up in Death Battle, you kind of know, hey, it's the DC Herald is most likely gonna win.
Yeah. But yeah, fun episode ideas all around, I think. Like, and and all the ideas you had, I think would be really fun as well.
Especially the Pikachu Battle Royale. Like, I've been planning on making a video about that. Like you know how you guys who donated a butt ton of money got to like pitch your matchup.
Yeah.
Because I'm broke, I didn't get to do that. So I'm just gonna make a video talking about it because I like talking about matchups. Those videos tend to get a lot of views.
Yeah, I really like. Are you talking about like the pitch, like the kind of pitch for it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna pitch the matchup, but it's instead of being to like actual community or like actual people working on Death Battle, it's just people on.
Sorry, my dad was leaving.
That's okay.
Restart what you were saying.
But like, so instead of me pitching the matchup to people who work on Death Battle, it's going to be me pitching the matchup to everyone else.
I think that could be fun, honestly.
Yeah, no, but like also just like matchup discussion videos tend to just do the best on my channel.
That's why I like the idea of doing the like we get like sent matchups and then we get like we like review them, kind of what like Raptor does.
Yeah.
Like, say our thoughts on the matchup. We got the real evil mastermind. Take the world and make it mine.
Yeah, no, like, serious. That song is way too good for it to be good.
Like a hurricane.
But, like, my freaking video I made on why I love Henry Stickmin versus The Second Coming, that has, like, nearly 3,000 views.
Yeah, that's good.
And, like, still didn't do as well as, like, my Mario power scaling video, which got 7.8 thousand views.
Bro, I can't wait to see Hootie Doo's reaction to this. You know,
bro, he's gonna like pop off, like, absolutely.
Kev, what's your most viewed video then?
My most viewed video is it's the best lines in Death Battle history, which I made as a joke. Why did that get so many views?
I mean, my most wanted matchup episode got like most views, and that does not stick up at all. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no. But like it got that best lines in Death Battle history. That got 7. That got like that. You want to know how many views that got?
How many?
It got over 700,000 views. People, that is such that video. It was something I threw together as a joke, like hee hee ha ha. Look, it's all the funny meme lines from Death Battle. Why did it get over 700,000 views? Why couldn't one of my better videos, like my friggin' Bowser vs. Eggman or like just anything else, get better views? My Mario power scaling video, I put a lot of effort into that. I think that should be my most viewed video, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a 23-minute video of me discussing how powerful Mario is because people lowball the heck out of him.
Ooh, Cap. I just saw the track art for Skin Deep. It's nothing too special, but I think it'd be better if I just show you.
I caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't see a lot of it. So let's see.
One sec. Say my name, Karen. Say my name, Karen. You need to actually watch that movie. I actually watched it.
I do.
Oh,
that. Oh, I feel uncomfortable just looking at it.
Just
That's
the
perfect.
hands thing in general is just like, ugh.
I like how the Death Battle logo is decaying. That's clever.
No, that's what I really liked. So, Moro saying he didn't have to draw a single hand in this episode is crazy. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie. Imagine if Luis had to do this episode, and it's just him having to draw, like, a bunch of freaking hands.
I would feel very bad for him.
No, because, like, imagine how long this episode would have taken to come out. If he had just...
No, exactly. Like, this would have taken forever.
Like, the Jujutsu Kaisen animator's gotta be, like, worked to the bone, bro. Well, yeah, I guess. Now I'm kind of sad because then I realized, like, wait, tomorrow's Sunday. Tomorrow's not a death.
Tomorrow we got... Well, in the very least, at least my Pokemon figurines are coming tomorrow, so I got something to be excited about.
Yeah.
Friggin' my manager at work was just like... Because, like, a lot of people... Like, especially recently, because it hasn't been, like, super busy because of Snow White not doing well at the box office.
My sister went to see that today, and I said, like, it's probably going to be bad. She's like, I'm excited for it. And I'm just like, you poor soul.
You poor soul, yeah. No, so, like, it's not doing well, so I'm not getting a lot of shifts. So, but, like, my manager has kind of been cracking down on, like, us using phones during work, because, like, literally at points, the cinema's empty, there's nothing for us to do, especially for the concessionists. So, like, what else do? We go on our phones to, like, kind of pass the time. But now we're not allowed to do that. So if we do, we get in trouble. Hey. And quite frankly, I don't want to lose my job.
Kat, so get ready for next week, though.
Oh yeah, no, Minecraft is gonna make $1 billion.
No, like, even though it looks terrible, like, I think it's gonna be.
I think everyone agrees. It looks terrible. We're all still gonna go watch it.
I think the thing about Minecraft movie though is that, like, did we really want, like, a serious Minecraft movie? Like, I think we're gonna get like a really good Minecraft movie someday. But this is kind of just like, this is like the kind of stories you would make in Minecraft.
Oh no, absolutely. This is like the type of stuff you'd see on like 2014 YouTube.
This is literally just if Minecraft was real, so I kind of appreciate it for that. Chicken jockey.
What really bugs me is there was a McDonald's commercial where the McDonald's characters like the Hamburglar and Grimace went to Minecraft and they all became blocky. So why didn't the actual people become blocky?
Okay, there was a point in the next time
on Death Battle.
There was a part where like it like said this and I thought it was like Minecraft text and I was like, no way, Minecraft versus No Man's
Terraria?
Sky. I thought No Man's Sky for a minute because like of the space thing and I was like, Minecraft versus, okay, that's a new idea, I guess. And then I saw and I was like, oh.
It's Doom.
Subscribe and join as a member.
One thing I am very excited for this, I want to see a sword fight with the energy blade and the crucible. That's going to be awesome.
I hope it's like in-house animated, like
I think Devil Artemis said that he's doing every 3D episode, so
because I kind
of think this
see,
could be
like a Galactus versus Unicron kind of animation. Like, I'm sure, like, Devil Artemis is gonna make it good. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
As long as the script is...
Dude, oh my god, now I got a freaking, actually, I got time.
You gotta go.
Friggin... I was planning on making a... Have you stopped recording, right?
No.
Or are you still recording?
I'm still recording. Do you want me to stop recording?
Well, you can do whatever. I mean, I doesn't really matter because I kind of revealed this on Twitter. I'm actually writing a script for a Doomslayer power scaling video.
Ooh, nice.
So now I gotta lock the hell in and finish it before this episode comes out.
Alright, I'm kind of hungry anyways, so, like, I haven't, like, eaten much. I ate, like, a little mac and cheese before, like, coming on.
I don't eat.
I got home from my sister's, like, soccer game, like,
Oh.
an hour before, like, the episode, and I had to, like, yeah. So I didn't really have much time to do much.
That's one thing. That's one
This
thing
was,
I gotta
like,
change
a real
about.
surprise that, like, they just like I woke up and it said it's coming out today, and I was like, oh, that must be a missed thing. Like, it must be moved to tomorrow. And then it said, nope, it's coming out today, and I'm like, oh, neat.
Oh, we get to react to it early. Yay!
Yay. I wish King could have been with us though.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
but he had to die on us.
He had to die. He'll probably be back next time though.
He'll come back. He always does.
But King, you probably already watched it. I don't think you'd watch our reaction before you watch the episode, but you're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll see you in another life, Cap.
We'll see. Maybe we can hop on some Fortnite this week.
Hopefully. I don't know. I really hope so, but I don't count on it.
I won't. I know you're a busy man.
Yeah. Alright. See you, bro.
See ya.